Welcome back to the pregame. Time now for the Hodge Construction Player Profile, and tonight it is Ryan Grosvenor, senior offensive lineman, defensive lineman, and just talented, extraordinaire young man out on this football team. And Ryan, heading into Week 7, we're heading to the final third of the season. Let's look back real quick, though. Friday night, take on Durant in homecoming, and opening kickoff of the game, Derek Sparks forces a fumble. Offense gets to go out at the 20-yard line. What was the feeling on the sideline to have that kind of a start to the football game?
It's just what all we've been practicing for, like just hitting hard, playing smash mouth football, and for him to be able to just come out opening kickoff and just, destroy that guy. I mean, I just kind of make it, kind of just elevated the homecoming, atmosphere just that much more.
Special teams, very big all season long. I think in the first half we had 4 drives. None of them started in our own territory. We were at the 50-yard line or beyond. How important is that for the offense to know that, hey, we only have to go 4 or 5 plays and we're into the red zone, rather than, man, this is going to be a long ways to get to the end zone?
Well, I mean, as we know, linemen, we don't have the best, stamina as running backs and everyone else. But just knowing that we have just that many plays, we know what we got to do to, get Luke or Devin or, Cooper Koenig to in that end zone, just to, give them a few seconds to connect to, Shaver or just anyone. Just give them a few seconds or just, push a few more yards. I mean, it helps. Helps to be starting really close to the end zone.
Special teams, it's really been coming along this year, and it's a spot that throughout the years Coach Peterson has always tried to get guys that maybe aren't on the starting offense or defense out there. Are you seeing a lot of these guys buying in and feeling more and more part of the team and part of the success that we've been having?
Yeah, Butch says everyone we on the team gets the plays, and not many schools do that. Not many 1A schools or 2A schools get to, or not get to, but let everyone on the field. Usually they put their starting few back on everything, so it's just the guys are just on the sidelines just to be there. But I mean, a lot more guys are buying in. Like we lift every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Well, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, but we lift Friday. I lift Friday and Saturday. But it's just they're just buying into everything, and it's just we're connecting, a lot more chemistry, I mean, we're just meshing a lot better than what we have, in the past, but we're getting a lot better. I mean, special teams is phenomenal these days, those extra points, may not be a lot, but they mean, down to the wire, could save you.
Well, speaking of meshing, one of the things looking at coming into the year was the offensive line. You and Drew Finnegan, kind of the leaders out there. Game 1, Drew goes down. How did that change your role up on that offensive line, being able to take over some leadership and get everybody in place with where they need to be?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say I took over the leadership entirely. Like, when Finnegan down, it kind of, brought us down. But then, once he figured out he was still going to be there with us, we all brought everyone. Like John Crawl, Cole Tyson, we all kind of, took over that leadership together, and I mean, I do have a little more experience, but we all have that, this year, and if I make a mistake, John's there to say, hey, you did this, or if John makes a mistake, I'm there, it's just, we have each other's backs a lot, a lot more than saying, oh, I'm the leader of the whole line, which I'm not. I mean, we're all the leaders of that line.
Well, maybe expand that a little bit further, too, and, the importance of 5 guys working as one. I mean, I think it gets overlooked that, there's a lot of talking that goes on between you 5 so that the backs and receivers can do what they do down the field.
Yeah, we have a whole bag full of calls. We have where me and Ian will Pete, which is where Ian will go take the guy on, and I'll go back to the backer, or we Kurt, or we can George, where Ian goes first, and I loop around, get the guy over him. I mean, we just kind of make sure that everyone on our side knows what we're going to do, because we all know our plays and our assignments. They don't, and we know what we're going to do, and they don't.
Well, looking over on the defensive side as well, you've been rotating in there and talked with the coaches a little bit, and they like having some depth up at defensive tackle. Is there a different mindset when you're out on the defensive side because you don't know what the other team's doing, or is it still just a matter of trying to get your shoulder pads onto somebody?
I say it's a little bit of both. I mean, we don't know what they're going to do, but we have a really good idea of what they're going to do, because we have a great coaching staff, and they all tell us, we work all week on, they're going to be running sweeps, or they're going to be going to the flats, or they're going to be running ISOs on us. So, I mean, we kind of have an idea of what they're thinking about doing, but, you never really know until that happens. But And then again, it is just a lot of, getting in there and just being aggressive. And I mean, if just go for the ball and, don't let anything, don't leave anything behind.
Well, looking at tonight's opponent taking on Wapello, what types of things are you expecting out of them here this evening?
Well, our coach, Butch Peterson, said that their offense is a very decent offense. But, I mean, I'm not trying to sound cocky, but, it shouldn't be anything we can't handle. I mean, I'm not overlooking them at all by any means, but, I mean, if we can do what we normally do, I think we'll have a very good shot at becoming 7-0.
Looking at 7-0, but I like to focus on some other things that you do as well, Ryan. Talk a little bit about other activities. I think wrestling's one of the big ones. Talk about your involvement in that and how you see maybe success translating between football and wrestling both ways.
Well, I mean, they're pretty good sports to mesh together because, one, they both want you to be extremely aggressive, and the only opposite thing is the one wants you to gain weight and one wants you to lose weight, but they both teach you to be aggressive because wrestling, I feel, teaches you to, if you're going for a double leg, you're driving, just like you would kind of a football hit, except you just don't have the shoulder pads. So, I mean, I feel like they're pretty similar, but, again, they're two different worlds, but I like them both.
Other things that you do with your time besides focusing on football or wrestling around, around home or hanging with your friends?
Well, I mean, I'm doing a school thing for Kirkwood. I'm working at a CNC and welding class at Kirkwood right now, so just kind of trying to keep on top of the grades and, just try to get to this last year with, positive grades.
Well, it is your last year, and before you know it, graduation will be upon us.
Yeah.
Welding, is that something in your future, or have you thought too much about what you want to do once you're done with West Branch High School?
I kind of have taken a big thought about welding. I mean, it's something I'm very interested in. I mean, that's what I've taken the class for. I mean, I'm getting one-on-one, not one-on-one, but pretty close to one-on-one help with a guy who is a professional welder and he's a teacher. So, yeah, I mean, I kind of want to see if I can get into welding as a career.
Well, it's a very good career, very lucrative, and a lot of good things with it. So, well, obviously, all the focus right now is to move to 7-0 as you take on Wapello tonight. So we'll let you focus on that. Ryan, thanks very much for joining us, though.
Thank you.